Okay, we're going to look at another option in the list. This is going to be option 6. Create a DMC takedown and send it to DHGate. Now, DHGate is a strange creature. That's one of the reasons it's not actually on one of the other forms, and it's simply because they ask for specific items. Now, if you ever have any issues with Alibaba, for instance, you know they have an online form which works very well. I use it all the time and I get 100% takedowns on it. They ask you to upload certain documents and so forth. Now, DHGate has one as well, and unfortunately, it only works for certain criteria, one of which is if you're inside China. Okay, now the problem with that is if you're outside China, you can't actually get any kind of resolution to your claims. I've tried doing it via the form on the website and they reject it. And so what I've done is I've actually communicated with the company and they've actually told me the method by which I can get some actual DMCA takedowns verified and okayed. And that is what has happened here. I've created the form based on their recommendations and requirements. So everything that's done in this form is per their requirements and they do accept it, and since I've used this technique I've had 100% takedown from it. Okay, so this is what I've done, created a specific form for DHGate. Again, I'm going to do two versions. This is if you're an artist. I'm going to do this one if you're a lawyer or agent. Okay, so I'm just going to click on option 6. First thing you'll see is all the requirements you'll need, and you'll notice here you will see that you need a scan of your passport and a scan of your original image. Okay, now there are a few other things you'll notice in the actual form building that are a little bit strange, but they do require them. Okay, and we'll discuss that as we meet them. So we're going to click on next on both of these. And you'll notice this one is the default I am copyright holder. The one for the agent or lawyer, I'm going to change to that. And you'll notice it also populates out new information required. I'm going to go through both of these as those two items and show you how it works. So it's going to be Bob Artist. You may understand, oops, sorry, I just pressed tab. What happens if you press tab is it usually goes to the next element of the form, but because the next form element is there, it automatically jumps down to there. Okay, now press next. Whilst I'm doing that, I'm going to put in the requirements here and then press next. Go to the next bit. If you watch all these other tutorials, you'll realise it's just a series of steps. Here we have to just put all the details in for the artist. All this is very common and simply general for all these kind of DMCA forms, because you need to have the registered information for the artist. Okay, so I'm going to put the information in again. So I'm going to use my system email and fill in the address as quick as I can, assuming we're living in London. Again, this is great if you're doing this on a regular basis, because I get so many DMC takedown requirements. I populate these quickly via autofill, which is the easiest way. That one's done. I'm just going to press next, and whilst that's doing that, I'm going to fill this in quick, which is for the agent, but it also means you have to tell them who you're representing, obviously, so that's why you put the information in for the artist. Okay, that's that done. And when you've selected something inside the country thing, the data required for the legal representative appears, so you just fill that in. I'm going to use a different email so you can see them appearing in my inbox differently. Okay. Just assuming we're all in London. Not as though it's the capital of the world, but there you go. Here you can also just type in quickly some of the key letters at the start of the country and it will find it. Okay, now we're going to press next on that one. Whilst it's doing that, we'll go back here. Like all the other forms, you have to put some information in about your work, but you'll notice this has been extended this time, and this is why it's been made specially for DHGate, because obviously they need specific stuff. So what we do is we put in the common ones we had before, location to where they can find an original, which will be your site or agent site or whatever. First, date of creation. Now this is different. You'll notice down here publication, which is on the other forms. This is actually when you finish making it. So say for instance we made it in 2010, say 22nd. Okay, and it also asks you for the time, which is really odd, but anyway, you have to do it because that's what they require. So you could just put any time, they're not going to be able to check, are they? Okay, and also the place of creation, which is really odd as well. So let's put London, United Kingdom. Okay, method of creation. Now this is basically how did you do it. So oil paints on canvas, say, scanned for internet use. This is an example. Date of publication, now that would be the time it actually goes public, so you could have had it hanging around for a year and you didn't do anything with it, but that's when it actually is visible to the public. And again, you have to then do what's done on the other forms, which is to give a series of unique features. So hippo on a bike with multicolored umbrella. As an example, it's something silly, but how many pictures are there of a hippo on a bike with a multicolored umbrella? Okay, I'm going to just put that into there, because you'll need it. Now just add all this information we had here, and we'll have to copy this one because it's not been populated before. Nor was this one, but London, United Kingdom. That was what did I put? 1445. And this was the year before. Okay, this is already populated because we've already done it on another form, painting, and that's nice picture. Okay, so that's all filled in. Here I'm just going to give you one other URL, could be an agent's website. Okay, and then we can press next on that. I'm going to press next on this one because that's all populated. This will bring you to the infringement section. Okay, here you just put the infringing website. Now this is where it all gets a bit complicated. He says, if I did that, it won't work. Now I'm going to say choose this one. It's got the DHGate in. There is something in this form which checks, because you're going to send it to DHGate and you want it to be on a DHGate website, the item to be taken down. The form checks to make sure that you've put a DHGate URL into the actual place where you're infringing. Okay, so it has to make sure it has to do that. On a counterfeit product, bad tin plate with my image on it being sold. Okay, Now let's just copy that, put that onto there, accounts fit on products. Now we're going to do the same again here with the, grab the DHGate one. Okay, let's go down. Now here it says additional information for the thing. You can actually add additional links. I'm just going to put another one in, but it has to, as I said before, it has to be DHGate. Okay. Now you notice these are the two bits that are different. You have to upload certain things that they require. Okay, they want a proof of your actual identity, and they also want proof of the actual artwork. So the first one is you have to attach a picture of your artwork. What I tend to do, if I go to, where is it? There you go. Is I put a picture of the actual infringed one, which you can get from the actual website, and a copy of my original. Make sure it's small and make sure there's some kind of watermarking over it to stop them doing anything with it if they have to. But we do also put a watermark across the whole thing, which you'll see in a minute when we complete the form. And also you have to upload a image of the actual passport photograph page. Now you shouldn't block it all out. I've just done it so you can't see the data, but basically make it as low res as possible but still relatively visible. And again, we put a watermark across it, which you'll see, and it's locked, so nobody can do anything with that one. Okay, so once you've done those two, okay, you can press next. I'm going to make sure I've got all that sorted out. So I've got to choose the original. Add the passport. It doesn't have to be a passport, it can be an ID picture, passport or ID. Okay, I'm going to press OK on that. Press OK on that, or next, sorry. That's going to upload everything. It might take a little bit longer because it's obviously uploading pictures. Once it's completed, you'll go to the last stage, which is the confirmation. Okay, and here we just literally have to just click those two legalization things again and do a digital signature or a real signature. Now DHGate tends to have the forms that need to have a real signature assigned to them, so legally you can give them a digital signature, but just for DHGate I would recommend you do a real signature for both. But I'm going to just show you what happens if you do a digital signature for one and a real one. Oops, this is John Doe. Okay, so once you've done all that, you can then press submit. This form might take a little bit longer to propagate everything and make it into an actual PDF, so click OK. I didn't click those buttons. Okay, as soon as you click those, this appears. Okay, we'll go back. You notice it says it's actually done. It's sent it to DHGate's copyright office. Same with this one. Okay, and if I open up, let's get rid of that. I don't need that. I should get 6 emails again. Just need one more. What's this? Oh, there you go. So all 6 come back in. Now all 6 don't come to you or don't come to me. It would be one goes off to DHGate, one goes to you, and one comes to me. The artistic license one here you're looking at is my notification that the payment went through and your form's gone to DHGate. Okay, the next one is the actual one that goes to DHGate. Okay, it says please find enclosed all the necessary documents required for the blah blah from the stolen link, and it gives you the things you're actually uploading. This is official letter under what's it? Under the actual DMCA requirements. You also notice you get the actual form that's being sent to them. This is basically something they require, which is a DMC required takedown notification. Gives you all the necessary information in there that you've done. This is their claim form, which I've duplicated and made it exactly the same as the one that they send you. But basically I've copied everything, but you'll notice it fills all the information in. That's the thing about the time, date and place of creation. This is the creation method. Okay, so it shows you all the necessary information they want, the signature you've put in, and also, as I said before, it puts on that copy of the artwork, and you'll notice a big watermark cutting across part of it, so it stops people doing anything. And then also you get the one with the passport validity thing, which means it gets a watermark across it. And again, this one is actually locked. It's very hard to even open this one unless you have the password, okay, so that's all 3 documents sent to DHGate. You get your backup copy, which means you get all 3 of those documents as well. Okay, and then there's a new submission from the John Doe, which is the legal representative. That goes off to the people concerned. Complete copy again, but you'll notice here there's a slight change. John Doe, I'm the legal representative, okay, which is a slight change. It gives the contact details for the actual lawyer and so forth. And I think even that will be exactly the same. It's set up to show you the artist. Okay, this is telling DHGate that you're the representative, but the claim form is from the artist. Okay, and you get your backup copy, which is all exactly the same as before, apart from the fact it's for the actual agent. Okay, so that's your 3 emails per version, and they all get sent off. Okay, so I hope that works all out for you. As I said, I use this myself, and I've sent things to DHGate, and it all gets taken down 100% of the time. They're very polite. They send you emails to tell you that it's all been done and it's going to take a day to take it down, and within a day it does get taken down. So I hope you use this form, and good luck with it.